top among all of these teams that is in the point rush stage?
I mean, personally for me, Vitality took a while to really heat up even in this week. So I wouldn't be surprised if toward the end of the day is the moment where they really wake up, because there have been some very devastating moments that they were able to dish out toward the end of the day here. But anyways, point rush stage here, where between EBOS, Esports, as well as Movistar are 7 here, 63 to 54 in terms of pointers, and eliminations are so very close. But the ones on top, honestly to me, EVOS Divine and Core Memory are some of the teams I'm looking out for right now. Only 1 point shy of each other. EVOS Divine as well as Core Memory has been really scary. Core Memory not the flashiest compared to EVOS Divine, but they sure know how to wrap up a game.
Alright, from Grave Labs up until between Twin Bridge and also Mortar Ruins, that was the flight path for Nexterra. Looking on the overall map, nothing much can be said here, as most of the teams are far apart. Except for Lost and EVOS, they are sharing Zipway, and it looks like the sharing moment is going to be over soon, as shots fired by EVOS Divine towards Team Lost. There is one lone member from Team Falcons nearby, but that is just one single spy that is trying to get maybe some cheeky kills in this couple. So EVOS running into cover, Lost is still outside, Rasha deep inside Zipway. And it looks like Falcon has made their way as well. So 3 teams right now in Zipway. 4 upcoming, as Dragon is making their way to the same area. Cold Chill outside, almost be taken down, and Dragon's falling back after finding out, hey, with their shots inside here, not a safe place to be. So smart decision by Dragons. They could fall back, or they could just stay to try to go for a third party. And yep, it looks like they are slowly falling back, spotting Vitality in the process. CMOX takes down A.Z.AL, and that might be the first elimination. Nope, it looks like A.Z.AL managed to find cover, but Remind is on the floor. It's Vitality that takes down a member from Team Dragons, and that is the early game of Nexterra.
So a lot of things going on here. Teams are just not relenting right now. A lot of pressure put in just for that one particular spot. I love the fact that Vitality did wake up. Vitality started to get a bit more active, moving around, joining in these fights to just slowly mount their comeback back into this game. I think throughout the entirety of the day, we haven't really seen Vitality be the hunters. We haven't seen Vitality make some noise, and I want to see this change, especially from players such as Koja and Dix, who are great at that first contact style play. In a lot of situations, Vitality have been the victims that get caught in the midst of rotations. But this time they said, nah, not this time. We're going to get a little bit more proactive and take up this fight. They did manage to get a peek up to one member of Falcons, but Falcons don't really want to play at all. And Vitality decides not to push the issue. It's still very, very early. They can still go hunting elsewhere.
Falling back to their previous compound, Vitality is going for the more safer route of gameplay. And they kept moving actually. I believe they are heading towards Plazaria, or is it Farmtopia? It's Farmtopia. So they're gonna try to maybe conquer Farmtopia, but at Farmtopia there's also Core Memories. Okay, making their way slowly. On their right side, there is Team Dragon. They are interacting with the MENA team yet again. Remind has come back. It's still the early stages of the game, so Remind could still find resources scattered around Nexterra. And it looks like CMOX is holding Team Vitality together with CFox. Vitality is choosing to use the mini jump pad to fly over towards a longer range distance between them, and also Dragon, sadly, CMOX, and also his team member Remind managed to caught them off guard. 2 members of Vitality is on the hands of Team Dragon Esports.
And these points are much needed from DRG right now. They are currently on that last spot with only 22 points. Could this be the mount for them right now as they overcome AG.AL now with 2 extra points, putting them 1 point ahead of DRG? I would love to see them just keep going in terms of aggression. They weren't very lucky when it comes to a lot of fights. They weren't very lucky when it comes to rotations. And most importantly, they were hunted throughout the entirety of today as well. I want to see a change in pace where DRG surprised all of us in the entirety of this week, because out of nowhere, they were able to overcome so many different teams.
Rainbow 7 playing the high elevated gameplay against Team EVOS. The only counter is easy. be under them. That's all. But EVOS really wants to fight Rainbow 7. Taking a toll on towards two members of Team EVOS Divine. A misstep by them. They didn't time themselves well with Rainbow 7 looking at them down below. So it's only left with Ray and AimGod. And R7 is still on top of that, I could say a train tracks. More like a highway for trains, I guess. So they're going to stay up there. Ray is pushing forward. AimGod will stay in Rastown. Maybe just be like a counter for Team R7, just in case if R7 move. So AimGod facing 1v1. A little bit hard here with the time turner. And there you go, one punch. AimGod takes one, but sadly, the pickup has come just in time. Despite losing there, R7 looks strong for elimination kills.
Yeah, I mean, their positionings have been huge. I mean, it looked as though they were in trouble earlier, but they have been able to recover. They've been managing to get all these stragglers all around the map. They don't really have to full commit as well in this situation. And currently, they are hot. They love going for these fights. They're not allowing this isolated 1v1s. And even if there was an isolated 1v1, the reaction time coming from his teammates to trade out immediately, not allowing for the perpetrator to get away safely, is just phenomenal. Vitality this time around finds Dudes, but his teammates are rallying, chasing away here. Dix understanding his predicament, trying to put himself away from the other members of the team. Great pickup here for the glue wall, but Dix not fast enough as RQ. Look at it, choke him from the other end.
Trying to go for an attempt of a 1v3. Dudes managed to get one, but sadly could not get the other. I'm sorry, not Dudes. A member from Vitality almost gets all three, but sadly it was a 2v1 ordeal for him. So Koja, I believe, is making his way towards boxing gym, trying to save life for Team Vitality. Azrael as well on the southern part of the map. So for RRQ, I am in a bit of a doubt whether or not this lineup is actually stronger or whether Kiba's lineup is stronger, because in my opinion, I almost see no difference here. Maybe the style of play of 18 year is what they wanted here in Point Rush. Maybe 18 year is slightly aggressive than Kiba, but the results are not really showing. Maybe just a little bit, but not so much. As Mal is making his way to Deka Square, caught Azrael in his route, running quite low, has to dash towards the back. Azrael inside the house, could find time for a med kit or two, but no, he knows he has no med kit to do so, so Azrael goes down. Another point goes to RRQ.
Great pre-fire as well. You know that RQ spots one member out, you have the long range hit, and immediately two members rush up forward to collapse. We'd love to see what's happening on the other side of the map here, as Lost did find two members of the White Tigers on the other end. But bringing our attention back to RQ, Pain is here as well. Bit of chip damage onto Mal. We see a bit damage onto Abai as well, but it doesn't deter him for playing a little bit more aggressive. I think that he does want to try and get a bit more closer to Pain Gaming. But meanwhile, on this side of the map, we have for Falcons on the top side of this building, and this could be massive. If they could find a nice angle to core memory, this could spell Pain for them as well. And speaking of Pain here, Pain finally getting that first pick off onto Abai, finds him as well. Motovea doing God's work, if you ask me, because even 18 Deer following into his footsteps.
Okay, flying away, Dude is open to get shot, but only a few connected by Pain Gaming. So RRQ safe. Exited Deka Square, leaving Pain Gaming all alone over there. On the other side of the map, near Farmtopia, in between Farmtopia and Plazaria, actually, it's AG.AL and Vitality fighting off between two compounds. A few shots were made to show presence, but there is no aggressive execution by both teams. Well, a fumble there by Kyong, throwing a grenade inside the house, meant to be thrown towards the opposite side, but maybe a little bit off angle, I could say. There you go, a large airdrop nearby for both teams to fight for. And in Farmtopia, you can see some lasers coming up from Team Falcons, possibly shooting towards both Team EVOS, Divine, and as well as Core Memory. Dudes and Mal slowly making their way towards the new zone. It looks like Mal might be a bit safer to be inside. Dudes has to walk a little bit longer. For Dragons, maybe they might meet with Buriram, and for Pain Gaming, they might be the third leg in between Vitality and AG.AL.
I would love for Buriram United Esports to get a bit more aggressive, kind of catch DRG off guard here, as much as I'm rallying for this team to really catch up as well. But a little bit more aggression could be huge, but it's Dragons that bring in that aggression on toward this team. Fluxo now in trouble, all alone here, was not expecting the speed coming in from DRG. Yasser is the one to fall, in fact, as Prox will be the one to open it up. Bunsin falls, Prox as well. DRG, they know how to collapse. But for Fluxo, they're very much still in the game, as the only member that has been eliminated is still just Bunsin. DRG, on the outside of the compound, don't want to over-aggress. They have no clue where the other members of Fluxo are, and Fluxo decides to take things into their own hands, rushing outside, finding that space, and hoping to find the DRG members a little bit more close. Finds nothing, because DRG decides to just skedaddle out of it. They got their elimination, and they said, let's not push this issue, because we don't know who exactly is close by, who exactly is watching, and most importantly, we do not want to get third-partied.
Finding an area where you could get back your teammates up automatically, it's not something Dragon wants to be in. So it's smart enough for Dragons to fall back, avoid conflict for the current time being, because that fight was not in favor of them in the end, as members of Fluxo managed to come back alive from being knocked. So smart move from Dragons, and what I can say from the MENA team is that still they should play safe. We still have yet to see the first team to be eliminated here. It's almost going for the 4th zone here. And for Team Lost, they finally come into camera right here, right beside Team Fluxo. Team Dragons came back as well. Maybe try to get a third-party kill here and there between Lost and also Fluxo.
So keeping fairly quiet right now, understanding Lost is close DRG as well, which they did encounter for the time being. But over on this side here, R7 now in trouble as Pain completely collapsed onto them as well. The same could be said about Core Memory. They are now in trouble. Body hitting the floor from EVOS, from Pain as well. Everyone is a free-for-all. It's a bloodbath over on this area of the map. Suddenly, it's silence. The players all separated by just blue walls, but the only casualty out of all that is EVOS Divine, and this should slow them down. Core Memory should be very happy about this, because this could be their chance to kind of increase their lead. As Fluxo now in trouble, Lost looking to aggress, finds that one pickup, Box answers back, Prox 7 eliminated already. Fluxo only works with 2 members left. That time turner making it hard for them to aggress forward here, but DRG is joining in. Bob's on the outer end here, still able to watch from the outer side, but Lost a jump shot forward because again, one elimination to themselves. Remind now knocked down. The same could be said about General. It is a bloodbath left, right, and center with Lost with only 1 member semi. Haone, last man standing. He has been the phenomenal game changer for this team, and he must survive.
The triple threat match between Fluxo, Lost, and Dragon. What an amazing match, and they still are at it. Dragon chasing down the last member from Team Fluxo, trying his best, and C4 saving his teammate. Sorry, not Fluxo, but Lost. Eliminating Fluxo, Lost on tap play. Fluxo is still alive, by the way. AG.AL and BRU interacting with each other. They lost Joanna for Buriram. AG.AL now only gets Saifa to be knocked here, but Saifa can still get up on his feet. Same goes to Get High as Mochi provides space. Wasana all alone, trying his best at Get High, and Mochi is on the ground, and Wasana was shot in the back. There you go, Buriram has got AG.AL won the fight, and at the same time, Pain Gaming 9th place as well, taken down by another team. Falcons and Team RRQ is at it near Farmtopia.
Oh man, RRQ putting a lot of pressure onto Falcons. It's hard for them because they're out there in the open. The zone also pushing for them as well. But RRQ says, you know what, screw it. Let's just rush up toward them. Let's make it making a hunt, finding the Hawks as well, the Falcons, excuse me, making sure that they don't get too aggressive because AG.AL is also close. They take a big chunk of damage here, and RRQ, they're marking both teams. Aggressive forward here, and AG.AL want to change the trajectory out of this Cypher peak. But he falls. Ball was very much ready for him as well. With Bobs also on the other end of that map, wanting to see whether he can steal away an elimination. And he does. Kiroro goes over to the Futsal players. But RQ not done quite yet. Pressuring now this time around. R7, anything that moves, anything that walks, they are in trouble because RQ fights everyone. Joker is bleeding to death. Hugs will be found by eliminate Sifu. But Joker, he rallies. The 18-year falls. DRG cannot hold on. A different aggression coming from this team, but not enough to keep them longer into this game as AG.AL, they rush forward. Desperation is the name of the game here as RRQ defines them, eliminates them, but they're still not down and out yet. But Fluxo on the other end, third partying, stealing away eliminations and kills. Mal as well, his head blown to smithereens. What can you do against an avalanche?
RRQ disappeared from the map in 5th place. Dragons and the DR path in 6th. Is we are left with 4 members. Movie star R7 looks healthy, looks strong. In contrast, the other members, AG.AL left with 1. Fluxo still with Q and Bobs. Meanwhile, Memory only ZS1. Q and Bobs did tremendous work for Fluxo, taking a lot of third-party kills, third-party knocks as team and players are fighting against each other. So R7 now rerouting their rotation in consequence towards the zone. Gyo is trying to climb up. They spotted Dio all alone, but Joker gets that kill. Who will get Dio? It's R7. So AG.AL 4th place. Movie star R7. Fluxo memories at it. R7 with Fluxo. And Fluxo, bye-bye Fluxo. It is movie star. That is the movie star. And now core memory. ZS1. They are hunting. They smell him. They found him. And they are attacking. And they got him. All 4v1. I don't need weapon. I just need my baseball bat. And with that said, Rainbow 7. Nice booyah. Good gameplay by the Latin American team.
R7, they were picked up fairly early as well, but good recovery Fleming for this team. Phenomenal work if you ask me. It was very, very messy toward the middle part of that fight because everyone was trying to find a piece of space to work with. Core memory couldn't hold on. DRG couldn't hold on as much as I would love for them to rally back. But I have to say DRG looking a little bit more active. But the winner, the booyah out of everything, falling onto Movistar R7. They have been phenomenal today if you ask me. Quite, I would say, active, quite